Alrighty, Reddit insanity, where people post the dumbest things they can possibly think of onto Reddit. I'm Michael.
I'm no.
Let's start. First one is from Oh No Consequences.
Yeah.
This is the
If
subreddit.
it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Well, that's the subreddit. There's only one from that subreddit, but the rest of them are all from Today I Fucked Up as normal.
Okay.
So this first one is from the subreddit Oh No Consequences
Oh no.
by the person I feel gross and sad.
So like my nomenclature right there.
Yeah. So this person puts, let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care about the updates. I don't know why people put updates at the beginning before they actually tell you the story.
That's a good point. Yeah. Like what I need to know the story first before that update to have any relevance to what I need to know.
Right. That doesn't make any damn sense to me, but sure. All right. So,
P.S.
yeah.
I lived. P.S.S. I didn't live.
This person puts, my ex and I have separated. It's weird to say
That's why
because
it's called an ex.
exactly.
You gotta just told us it's your ex. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You could have said my girlfriend and I had separated, so now she's my ex or
My
something.
ex and I.
But yeah, the fact you call her an ex.
It's weird to say because I'm still confused about everything, but it's simple as the title says, which I'm not going to say the title yet. A week ago, we were at my place whenever something changed in her demeanor. She walked over and simply states, "I'm leaving." I was confused and asked what she meant, and she said something along the lines of me knowing why. It's like, okay. I'm confused.
Like, wouldn't ask bitch if I knew why. What do you mean I know why?
I'm confused because a minute ago, we were just happy watching shows and bullshitting.
Yeah, weird. That's a weird
What?
thing. Are you bipolar, may I ask? So I would have asked.
Upon further pressing, she says that it just seems like the right thing or something. I get flustered and ask what is wrong, and she sits there silently staring at her phone and only speaking to me to give me updates when her driver will arrive. Because apparently she's called an Uber or something,
Yeah.
right? I just stop pressing, sit down, and just wait because I can't even explain this. I'm not going to yell, scream, or cry.
The hell I'm not. Don't leave me, please.
I just felt the same burning hot feeling and difficulty breathing in my chest whenever my dog died.
Oh,
Like just that burning pain.
that burning sensation I feel when I take a shit.
After a big old stack of hot Cheetos. That burning shit
That
feeling.
flustered feeling I feel from a fucking double deuce I gotta do. You know when you take a dump and then like an hour later, oh, I didn't finish. You gotta get another duck. I do that double deuce.
Like this was it. And I have nothing to understand. I have nothing to understand why it's happening. All of a sudden, she puts down her phone and exclaims that she changed her mind.
Fucking slaps him in the face. You change your mind, bitch. Get out of my house.
Exactly. I asked what she was about, and she giggles almost playfully and says that she just wanted to edge a breakup.
Edge.
A breakup.
A break. I'm like, all right. Then I just walk away.
She gives me her she gives me her answer, and I just end things there. She immediately regrets it, asking me to reconsider. It's like, bitch, you just told me you broke up. I have a burning feeling in my chest.
And I had to take 2 shits before you left.
And now you want me to reconsider. It's like, bitch. The thing is, this happened before early in our relationship, and she explained that she has an impulsive habit of things. I've only seen this once, and it has been whenever she ghosted me.
You shocked this one guy.
And she ghosted me after just starting to date her. Maybe in her defense, she was on her period or was experiencing mood swings, but I sent her home and haven't spoken to her in a week until now to get my stuff.
That's wild. She's a crazy woman.
Yes.
It'd be like if you're like ready to get married and you're at the wedding, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I changed my mind. And she walks out and then she comes back, I changed my mind again. I would have lost my fucking mind.
Am I going too far? She seems distraught and hurt and genuinely meant not to have wanted that.
Ah, bullshit.
I want her back so badly, but I don't know if I can trust her yet. It's making me sick, and I missed him so much. Am I wrong? Can there be something salvaged? I know she genuinely loves me, but I'm scared that she's just being abusive.
Kind of.
She's being abusive.
Emotionally abusive.
Like, oh my God.
Manipulative.
Like, don't. Why would you go back? She called it edging a breakup.
Yeah,
Like,
the one when you said, I'm like, oh, that's my new phrase to say.
edging a breakup.
Yeah.
I'm not, like these people are taking the word edged too far now.
Yeah, these words tend to creep up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They just permeate throughout the social media, and then before you know it, it's that fucking word of the day.
It'll be on the next Urban Dictionary.
It's like that new fucking word that you have to hear for the next 15 fucking months.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one though before. Ever.
Edging is, yeah, it's pretty new.
No, I know what that is. But like edging a breakup. Like,
I think they just used the context of edging and added the word, so you have to pretty much follow it as like not like a new phrase altogether,
yeah.
but just using older phrases in a new way.
Still, like, why would you do that?
I don't know. Maybe she wanted to see how he would react.
Fuck you.
Fucking throws himself with a 2-story building.
I was only playing.
He's like in the bushes with the thorns. Fucking and breaks his fucking neck.
All right. Next one is by Aluha Achu.
Aluha Achu.
Yes. This is by the Today I Fucked Up subreddit. It's got a long ass prelude edit that I am not reading. So
Prelude edit.
yeah.
Like before you know this story, you have to know a lot of other things about my life.
And so do you want to hear that or you want to skip it?
No way. Is there relevance to the story?
Some of it.
Fuck. Well, let's find out.
It's a long prelude too.
I'll be listening and watching the fucking fight for Canelo.
All right, prelude edit. Since this gained traction, I wanted to add a little more. It seems I mischaracterized my kick, as it was more sticking my foot out to put distance between him and my son. Nonetheless, there was decent collision, and he was knocked down. Some people are stuck on the smear campaign I mentioned. I don't have an arrest record, and I could find hundreds of character referrals for myself, both professional and personally. The narrative that I am violent and unstable, though without context it may seem certainly so, is without merit, and I was designed to force the school to act.
These are not so. These sound worse than that. I have no idea. I don't know the context.
It's not out.
How are these fucking preludes or whatever the fuck?
Things like he's basically saying, "I'm not crazy, okay?"
Is that what he's trying to say?
I guess.
Maybe just go with the story because I have no context. What the fuck he's talking
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I think I might skip the prelude.
Okay.
Because it's pointless.
More like an epilogue at that point.
I know. This is the body of it. So,
Okay.
a boy in my son's class has been a known bully to a few others in their class. There have been incidents of the boy choking other kids with his hands around their necks, picking up sand in the playground and rubbing it in the unsuspecting kids' faces, pushing kids down the playground slide, and just overall tormenting by random punches to the arms and shoulders. My son came home and told me about the choking incident, and I was concerned. Then I heard from other parents stories of how their children had been victims of this as well. Then one day, my son's demeanor changed. He was irritable, angry, and throwing tantrums at every little thing. We were shocked by this because he's usually pretty chill and goes with the flow. Through some interrogation, I found out that he had been the victim of this little tyrant and had been hitting him randomly throughout the day. I don't know if it's just a quick jab and it never gets noticed by the teacher or what, but I believe him because this is my child's known history. Okay.
No one
bullied. He's been bullied his whole life. I emailed the teacher about the situation and let her know that there were a few other things that had happened surrounding this particular student. She said that she hadn't seen anything yet, but she would keep an eye out, not confirming or denying the other situations I referenced. This boy's behavior didn't change, and he has consistently been hitting my son. At this point, and after talking with the other parents some more, I am extremely distraught about this. Now comes the fuck up. At pickup every day, there is a drive-through pickup line and a place to grab your kid where they are released on the side.
just fucking walks out and choke slams his kid into a bench or something. That's what I'm waiting for.
There is a big lawn where they are released, and there are lots of other parents who stand and talk and pick up their kids as they come out.
One time these fucking parents grab my kid and go, fuck them people.
I know.
We are terrible.
Fuck them parents and them kids. This allows the kids a little extra time to play and get some energy out. While in there, talking with a mom from my son's class, I glance across the lawn and see this boy swat my son in the back of the head.
What the fuck?
It wasn't friendly, and it certainly friendly knock on the back.
Yeah, friends do that.
It wasn't friendly.
Me and my cousin would probably fist fight each other. How many times I've been drop kicked in the stomach?
It wasn't friendly, and it certainly wasn't called for. My son turns around with a pained look, holding the back of his head, and the boy pushes him down. I excuse myself from my conversation and walk over to my son.
As he's walking, the bell comes up. It's like a samurai sword coming out.
Who at this point has gotten up and started running in my direction with the other boy hot on his tail. He's basically being hunted. My son runs into me, face first into my belly. I wrap my arms around my son.
I look my son out of the way. Time for some man work.
Look up at the boy, and the boy is still running at him. And I kicked. I put the sole of my shoe right into his chest.
Yeesh. Fucking cracked his fucking ribs. Came this fucking chest plate in.
Not really hard. Not this is Sparta style, but enough to knock him back and on his ass. Call it instinct, an unconscious motion, or whatever you want. I honestly don't even know what I meant to do or not. It just happened. This was in front of about 100 people.
Yeesh.
Immediately, I'm swarmed by parents asking what the fuck is wrong with me. Why would I kick a child, etc.?
I look over and I kick him too. And before I knew it, I was kicking everybody. You know that one old show that was it was supposed to be super serious, where one parent slaps the kid of another parent, and then it all fucking spirals into this horrible like divided camp of who was right and who was wrong.
Yeah.
And then someone made a parody of it where the guy slaps the kid, and then like he just ends up slapping everybody at the barbecue at the back of the house. So it's gonna end up being right now.
Yeah.
Just kicking the shit out of everybody.
I only spent about 15 seconds trying to explain before I realized that that it was a futile effort. I quickly get my son's bag and we walk to the car. By the time we get home, the principal has called my wife and is on the phone whenever I walk in.
Damn, he tattled on me, that dirty motherfucker.
My wife is disgusted and mortified.
Disgusted. What a choice word.
Just the look of like, oh my God. And honestly, so am I. It wasn't an okay thing to do, and it just happened. Hasn't been an acceptable excuse. I don't know how it just happened.
So he's lying his ass. He didn't give a fuck. I wish I kicked him harder.
Later that week, we were called into administration and told that we had no choice but to expel my son. Admittedly, through no fault of his own.
Damn, thanks a lot, man. You fucked my life up.
There was a parent-led petition to get this done.
God damn, they fucking turned the fucking wagons on him.
In addition to a smear campaign against me for being violent and unstable.
God dang.
This is a private school, so there isn't really due process or whatever you will find in a public school system.
Due process? What due
A
process?
public school system, sure.
They fucking just drag him into the lawyers, like a whole, like in the cafeteria, there's a whole fucking like judicial system of lawyers and judges. Like, Your Honor, that's a damn, some like 8-year-olds representing him as his judge. Like, my client did nothing wrong.
I've also been attacked by this gentleman. It's a money and politically driven system. Though I don't know if even if building a new science building would get me out of this one.
No kidding. You have to rebuild the whole fucking library and then some.
If it wasn't bad enough, this has affected lots of other things because I'm my son's baseball coach too, and this has gotten around our league.
Fuck.
My wife is beside herself, and I don't even want to get into how that's going to play out.
I always like the concept of the word beside yourself, meaning like you're so fucking distraught. Another part of yourself has stepped out of the way and looked you dead in your, like, by your ear, like, are you seeing this shit? Like, you imagine that in your head, like you're so fucking in a state.
Yes.
Another piece of you comes out of you.
It's like,
to
did
talk.
you really do that?
Like, can you believe this shit right now?
So this is where we are. My son will need a new school for the fall. My reputation in the community and the neighborhood is shot, and my marriage is probably in major jeopardy.
They say fucking tarnished. My reputation is tarnished. My job is gone. My wife left me.
All for a bully.
All I have left is my son.
Now do you understand the prelude? He tried to defend
It
himself.
wouldn't be a prelude. It should be an epilogue.
So we'll do it as an epilogue then.
Yeah, that works better. Yeah. So I'm not a madman.
So the epilogue to this, I guess, instead of a prelude, because that's just stupid. Since this gained traction, I wanted to add a little more. It seems like it mischaracterized my kick as it was more of sticking my foot out to put distance between him and my son. So it went from him admitting it was a kid to it's like, I just put my foot out, okay?
The damn door style. What do you want from me?
Nonetheless, there was a decent collision and he was knocked down.
Well, yeah, your fucking thick ass fucking adult foot.
Some people are stuck on the smear campaign I mentioned. I don't have an arrest record, and I could find hundreds of character referrals for myself, both professionally and personally. The narrative that I am violent and unstable, though without context it may seem certainly so, is without merit.
Violent and unstable.
It was designed to force the school to act, which was the basis for my son's expulsion. It would make sense to not want a dangerous man around children if that were actually the case. Others seem to think that I feel that what I did was okay. It's not, and I've seen said so numerous times.
You should have kicked him harder.
Sometimes things happen, and I'm ready to accept whatever comes my way. I'm not dodging accountability. Yeah, you are. Sounds like it. That's why I put the prelude instead of this is an epilogue.
I'm not a madman. I got no criminal record.
I retained counsel after the incident for 2 reasons. First, of course, if anything should come my way from this, whether criminally or civilly, because he's already...
God damn, man, you've been put through the fucking ringer.
But it seems unlikely, as these people don't like involving outside entities in their business. Secondly, so he's already prepared for them to not do nothing.
He's got a lawyer on standby.
Secondly, to see if there is any recourse against the school. For this reason, I'm not going to name and shame as other people have been suggesting. There is CCTV everywhere, including the pickup area and the playground. My attorneys have requested it, and we'll see how that plays out. It's like, oh my God.
I would love to see the attorney's face. Like they look at the fucking footage and they look back at him like, God dang, this man about to pay for my kid's fucking tuition.
Also, we all do what we feel is best for our children, so fuck the people making private school comments and insinuating that somehow we all deserve to be in the situation because we chose to put our son there. As for the bullies family, they have similar means to us, and to my knowledge, haven't donated any more money than we have, so they donated money to the school.
Oh, because of the kid?
Yeah.
More than likely.
I don't know the parents personally, but something tells me I will eventually. Something also tells me the parents are going to be much like their son.
An asshole?
Probably. My wife is mad for several reasons, obviously. She's not wild about what I did, but also that this is affecting other parts of our lives. Since this has happened, she's been side-eyed at the grocery store, getting coffee basically anywhere she runs into parents from the school.
God dang.
They fucked her life up, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just his. She is embarrassed, mad at the school, mad at my reaction, and mad at everyone else's reaction as well. I don't blame her a bit. The fallout for this will most likely be far-reaching.
Yeah, it sounds fucking damn. One little action just fucking has such deep consequences. Isn't it wild?
When you drop kick a kid,
I didn't drop kick. I barely put my foot out.
and just push. My wife and I had a talk with our son, first about why he can't go back to his school. I took all the responsibility, and he is very upset about it. I haven't told him that I probably can't be his baseball coach anymore either.
Shit.
He understands what I did and why I was in the wrong, but he also thanked me a few days later whenever we were talking about it. We've turned this into a teaching moment for him about how he did everything he could by talking to us, and it was me who failed him. I'm a failure, son. We also talked about the appropriate response to things like this, and what I did wasn't okay. Don't put your foot out and kick a kid. There is a contingent of parents rallying around us, some publicly, others in private, but they are in the minority. I feel like I'm learning who our friends really are, which I guess is a silver lining to the debacle.
Who your friends are, or who's the bad parents are?
Exactly. You're finding out which parents are okay with you dropping a little brat. It's like, should have kicked harder.
God dang. What a weird turn of events that poor man's going through.
I agree.
Or should I say that absolute murderer? I don't know what side to be on.
Alrighty. Next one is by Slade797.
God dang Slade.
Happened a few days ago.
He just says, fuck Robin. Fuck the Teen Titans. Fuck all of them.
Fuck all of them, and Batman included.
Batman's all right.
Actually, Slade's gotten his ass beat how many times?
Like, he fucking hates. I guess I go for the Teen Titans show. He hates them kids. Fuck those fucking kids.
Happened a few days ago. I was on my way to meet a guy I know just slightly to give him a few items for his business. As I was leaving work, I used talk to text to let him know I was on my way. I was listening to the radio and my phone picked up a few of the words that included for sex. I didn't realize this until Siri descended. I read the message whenever I parked at the meeting spot and noticed the bad grammar as well as the sexual proposition. I immediately texted him and apologized. Whenever the guy arrived, he was red in the face from laughing and I joined him in this. I'm not worried about you thinking I'm gay and attracted to you, I said. I'm concerned that you might think I have bad grammar skills. He's a lovely person, and it's turned into a great laugh for both of us, so maybe it's not a fuck up.
We've been married ever since.
We got married 2 days ago. Next one is by with a Sonorisa.
With a Sonorisa.
Yep. This person puts, my son asked for a ride to school after lunch. I said no. He could walk the 10 minutes and I'd go back to work. He called me to say that a dog was following him to school. I told him she does that sometimes, but she'll walk home once he's inside. A few minutes later, he calls me panicking that some older kids let the dog into the school and she was running all over and wouldn't listen to them. By the time I got to the school, the principal had the dog by the collar and was kicking her out. I've now learned that she took a shit in the hallway and the students...
Because it always has to be something extra.
I got you the first, didn't it? The dog took a shit in the hallway.
Do you hear me clearly, by the way?
Yeah.
I feel like my mic's not loud enough for my ears anymore, or I'm going deaf.
Did your volume go down?
I already went to the highest. I sound, well, there we go. Okay, never mind. I'm good.
Over here worrying yourself. And a student stepped in it. My son is having a full-blown panic attack, and I'm just waiting for an angry call from the school. We live in a super small town, and my other kid, who is abroad, sent me a text because she already heard about the whole thing. It happened less than 20 minutes ago.
What's bad about this is the simple fact that earlier in our lives, I had my son got kicked out of his school for me kicking a child. So now, with this dog incident, there's 2 schools he's getting kicked out of.
You can went from that to a small town.
Damn it. Damn it.
All right, next one is by Double Mock.
Double Mock.
So this happened whenever I was 16 during summer break between sophomore and junior year. I was doing a tennis camp, and we would do 3 hours in the morning, take an hour lunch, and do 3 hours in the afternoon.
Of tennis? Fuck.
I had a camp.
Like that new movie Challengers?
Yeah.
That movie is all over TikTok about it being a throuple. And apparently they almost went to town as Zendaya, but then she turned him down at the end of the scene.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, like they just made out and then she left. After she made them make out with each other.
After
she was like, you two make out. And I'd be like, no thanks. I'd step out the door.
Have fun.
You two have fun. I'll see you later. Go jack off in the shower.
After, what's his name? Wynn got his back blown out.
God dang. Fucking Tom Holland's back is still fucking distorted.
Have you seen her having a bunch of shade for Tom Holland?
Who, Zendaya?
Yeah.
Shade?
Yeah, like...
Good?
Yeah, like where she's like, yeah, when we were filming Spider-Man, whenever we'd swing, he would land after me. So I would kind of like carry him around.
I'm sure she's joking. I mean, they are in a relationship.
I know.
Couples always have shade with each other.
Like she's been just putting his ass on black.
Yeah, what can you do?
And he's like, well, I'm sorry you're tall, okay? He said, I'm sorry you're a giant. Because he's little. Everybody's a giant to him.
Everyone's a giant to me? Well, not really. I might be short, but I sure have giant aura. I step in a room like a fucking boss. What the hell you looking at?
All right, so I had a can of chili for lunch each day.
A can of chili, bro? What the fuck is you eating?
A can of chili, homie.
A can of chili? Why does that sound so weird to me?
You know what a can of...
Just a can of chili.
The can of Wolf brand chili.
And then you go out and play tennis, your fucking bowels blow out. I feel like taking a shit down just for him saying that.
It would be pretty sick in the afternoon.
Yeah, because you ate a fucking can of chili.
A couple of times I barely made it to the bathroom in time before pooping myself.
So I am 100% correct.
Yes.
You can't do extraneous exercise after eating any type of chili.
Yeah, no. I just felt exhausted and weak and somewhat of an upset stomach.
Jesus. I wonder what it was.
Exactly. For some reason, I thought I wasn't in good shape, and the heat and the physical activity was making me sick. I never put 2 and 2 together that it was the canned chili.
That never crossed his mind, huh?
He's like, oh, I just feel horrible.
Like he would eat a fucking phenomenal breakfast, right? Like yogurt, eggs, some oats. Then he'd eat a fucking can of chili, and then he's like, like he'd be great after the fucking breakfast, right? Then he didn't know why he went downhill. The next,
God, this sun's just getting to me.
like all this fucking working out, and he's like, "Rap, we're just eating chili."
It tasted fine. It never gave me problems. It never gave me problems before. I toughed it out and made it through the week. You do this every day.
A week of eating canned chili.
I was taking aspirin for the pain as well as basically just hung out in the evening and rested.
Jesus Christ, just wearing his asshole out.
Just fucking him over.
He said his shits were so vile that he had to lay down to contemplate his life after each one.
That weekend, my family went to a car show. I was very into old muscle cars, and my mom noticed I wasn't acting normal. I told her I wasn't feeling good and haven't been all week. Monday morning, we went to the urgent care, talked to a doctor, and he gave me some Nexium for acid reflux. He also did a blood draw. He didn't really think I had anything wrong with me at the time. Next morning, we got a call and the doctor wanted me to see a liver specialist.
God dang.
My enzymes were elevated 10 times over normal.
Jesus Christ.
They said my liver was acting like an alcoholic at the end of their life.
From the chili? The alcoholic at the end of his fucking life. My God, man. You know what gets me is like how some people like a little change in their like diet or their lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Completely destroys the body.
Yeah.
But then other people can fucking take hardcore drugs, drink every fucking day, and then they fucking come out like when they fucking quit all that stuff, they come out just fine.
Yeah.
Like why are their bodies so much more resilient than other people's bodies?
The doc thought I was on drugs.
Jeez.
I was asked so many times if I drank alcohol or used drugs.
Just chili.
I didn't, aside from the aspirin. I had only one beer the previous summer, but chickened out and ended up dumping the rest. I was generally a good kid. This is where it started getting worse. Anytime I would eat, I would get violent pains. And this is not chili anymore. This is just...
Oh, so it's something else then? Or did it just start did it just get exasperated by the chili?
It was because of the chili.
So it was because of the chili?
Originally, yes.
I don't want any more chili now.
It felt like someone was stabbing me halfway down my back and moving the knife around.
Ooh.
I could even have a dry piece of toast without I couldn't even have a dry piece of toast without being in pain 15 minutes later. I went to several doctors and had a ton of tests, all while losing weight every day. I had the bowel imaging done, 2 HETA scans or HITA scans. They inject you with radioactive dye and the liver filters it, and they watch it for leaks. Three endoscopies, a liver biopsy, one of the worst days of my life, and some other stuff I can't remember. I went from being 6'2" and 170 pounds down to about
5'3", 109 pounds.
Down to about 120 pounds.
Oh fuck,
that's like super skinny.
That's way too skinny for someone who's 6'2".
I could grab around my skin. I could grab around my skin bone. There was so little muscle left.
I bet you his dick was banging though. Like his dick must have looked huge.
I could barely walk. I wasn't pooping either. They asked before the liver biopsy, and I was like, I don't eat. Why would I poop? I got a suppository called the Silver Bullet.
Jesus.
I took a stool softener from then on. I had a ton of blood draws too, and would pass out almost every time. I was miserable. I had given up at one point and was just about, I wanted to die. I didn't want to go to heaven. I didn't want to be prayed over. I just wanted to die and it be over.
Send me to hell so I can fist fight the devil.
I was on Urso, an experimental liver supplement made from the acid from bear stomachs or something.
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You must have been going through it.
And a fentanyl a patch for pain.
Jesus.
We ended up going to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota.
What any mayonnaise for?
The Mayo Clinic, yeah. That's where I had a third endoscopy. They were going to do a colonoscopy as well, but I started feeling better. I had pooped a couple of little morsels before Minnesota, and had a little more bowel movement after getting there. I remember smelling a pizza and wanted to have a slice. My mom was just bawling. I started getting better and better from that day on. I left the Mayo Clinic and declined any more tests. They diagnosed me as the most Western case of West Nile virus in the United States.
You got West Nile virus? Oh.
It was completely BS. A few months ago, I was watching the Netflix documentary Poisoned, and about halfway through it hit me. I had poisoned myself with canned chili. I was astounded looking back at all the doctors and how they had missed it. They were so focused on the drugs and alcohol, they ignored the food that I was eating.
Did he ever tell him that he was eating chili out of the fucking can?
Apparently not.
Well, how would they have caught it?
Because they didn't say, hey, what have you eaten? Like,
Why did he say it?
I don't know, apparently, eating chili every day for a week, and
What did he give him, like salmonella? What?
or it wasn't packaged right.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
He was just eating coal out of the can, wasn't he? That might be a problem, too.
I think that's a major problem when you're eating cold chili.
Just fucking botulism.
All right, next one is by Throw Me Away 011101.
Okay.
So a lot of people have used that name before.
So I'm assuming, or that it's already means something in braille or digital.
Binary.
Yeah, binary. That's the word I'm looking for. Binary. I'm sexually binary.
So you're attracted to both men and women, okay?
I don't know what that means, but I'm doing it. I'm attracted to computers.
I'm binary sexual. Attracted to every electronic there is.
Look at this fucking iPhone.
Alrighty, so this person puts, over the last 2 weeks, there has been a small crew preparing to move the trailer house next door to my grandma's. She noticed that the old neighbors had a large section of paving stones in front of the porch and along the side path, so she got permission to take them. The crew of guys absolutely trashed her yard with pieces of wood, metal, and junk, and they left the ground completely unleveled. Grandma was pissed. So I got 2 of my nephews and we started cleaning it up and raking dirt. The poor maintenance men in charge of the park were right there with us digging along. There's no way I wanted to stay out here for another hour moving paving stones before going to work, so I struck a deal. I told my oldest nephew I would pay him $1 for each stone he moved.
Uh-oh.
I did a rough count beforehand just to make sure I had enough floating cash. I saw about 50 of them, so I figured $30 for the older one, 20 for the younger, and would be a good compensation. They worked for a couple of hours each.
$2,076 later.
I got them each a shovel and left the house. What I didn't realize is that the stones were double stacked and half buried in the ground. So now I was like, now I feel like I have to eat my words. Those little assholes moved 120 stones.
That's what you get, you douchebag.
The oldest was very good about it and requested I take him out to dinner to his favorite burger place, and now I owe him popcorn money for school every Friday for at least a month. But hey, Grandma has enough stones to redo her whole yard if she wants. But next time I'm setting a flat rate for those kiddos instead of buy stone.
That or just, dig them up yourself. I don't know why you left.
I gotta go to work, okay?
I got shit to do. I'm a grown-ass man. He goes home and sits on the couch.
And starts eating canned chili.
Eats some cans of chili. He just cuts the, like a little hole in the top and just fucking put it. Fucking steps with a straw.
You put a little smoothie straw.
Yeah.
Just not
The energy. Yeah. Some fucking delicious chili.
There's somebody out there that has done that.
Yeah.
If you can think about anything,
Any thought you've had, more than likely someone's tried it.
Yes.
That's why don't worry if your movie ideas are unoriginal, because they've all been done.
Yes.
It's just the way you write is going to be different, so don't worry about it. Just don't do a shot for shot remake of anything. Those are the worst.
I seen a thing on Tubi today where it's Transmorphers instead of Transformers.
Robots on the sly instead of in disguise.
It's like I was seeing this, like, oh, there's a Transformers movie on here. Oh wow. Oh no, it's Transmorphers.
Well, you're like 45 minutes in, like, where the fuck is Optimus Prime? What the fuck is going on?
There's Beta Prime.
Beta Prime.
Like some weird ass name. Instead of Bumblebee, it's
just fucking instead of Bumblebee, it's just fucking just Hornet. I'm Hornet. He speaks with a southern accent. He says the F word a lot.
Instead of Starscream, it's Windcry.
Instead of Megatron, it's actually just Metatron.
Metatron?
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many of those movies on there.
There's a lot of weird fucking... I was watching Good Morning Vietnam on TV.
Yeah.
Only got like 20 minutes into it. It was late at night. I was like, let me go back to just I'll watch it later.
You need to see Mrs. Doubtfire still. It's a good movie when you go back and
want to
watch.
dress up as Mrs. Doubtfire for Halloween. Hello.
Hello.
Go on a killing spree.
Where there's just shit dropping, frosting dropping off of your face into somebody's teeth.
Hello.
The dark Mrs. Doubtfire with the red eyes. Hello. You kids will all die.
If my wife won't have me, no one will. Burns her house down.
I know. All right, that's all I got for Reddit. Anything else to add before we head out today?
Fucking slept on my bed wrong. I'm all kinds of fucked up. My left side is fucking killing me. Oh,
As long as you don't need a can of chili.
I do, but not fucking cold. Burn that shit. Every fucking bacteria dies.
All right. With
Then
that,
we'll do a segment where we do Dollar Tree recipes for you guys at $1.25.
and we'll make some videos for that.
I don't have enough recipe ideas because I don't know how to cook. A lot of chili there, though.
I'll come up with something and we'll talk about it on the next episode.
Cool. Tune in next time we'll find out about that guy from Japan that was butt naked making we sweepstakes entries.
All right. With that, we will see you guys on the next one.